Dear twin flame souls out there, welcome to the Twin Flame Awakening podcast, and today is a special episode for the Twin Flame Portal. 1111 Portal is here and it's ending on Saturday night. On 12th of November, we are having a festival called Diwali. These two things are very connected, and I'm gonna tell you what is happening, what you should do, and why it is such an intense time at the moment. We are just a few days away from closing the 1111 portal. It started on the 1st of November and it's been going on last 11 days. It has been such a roller coaster. If you have felt that things are falling apart, you're feeling constantly crying, you've heard from your twin flame, for example, that your twin flame said, I've moved on with somebody else, I don't feel like the way you feel, I have other plans, and so on and so on. These messages are actually extremely important for you, and I would like to bring some clarity for you to understand what is happening. So first, let me explain you a little bit about this 1111 portal. And what is 1111 portal? When we're seeing 1111 in that terms, it's always a calling for a higher self. Right before you met your twin flame, you saw 1111, or during the time you are in the separation or something, you keep on seeing 1111. When there is 11, that means the energy portal is open, and all you have to do is to say, yes, I'm ready. During the time when we see 1111, our spiritual growth is expanding. So why is it so essential now during the 1111 portal? Well, first of all, it's right now the darkness is fighting over the light. And inside of you, the divine masculine and divine feminine are like uniting. But how can it be when my twin flame is not talking to me, not communicating with me, and what kind of union it is? Well, right now is exactly a time for you to have this inner strength, to take from the divine masculine that inner strength that you know that you are in a union. Because whatever you're manifesting at this moment will come out of the other side of the light, and that's why on Sunday, Hindus are celebrating the Diwali, the festival of lights, festival of spirituality, where you become your higher self. This week, most probably when you're listening to it, has been extremely hard. You most probably have cried more, you feel hopeless, like you feel like nothing is working out, you don't know why you're feeling this way, and your twin flame is not communicating with you whatsoever, even if you had a communication beforehand. It's a time where things are shifting. I did not know about this a year ago, and I had no idea. But one of the things what I did was I listened to my inner voice. Just a year ago, I packed my 5 suitcases and I moved to the country I'd never been before, and I had no idea why I had to come here. It was a time where I felt so empty. I felt like I have no idea what is coming next. But I also wasn't aware that 1111 portal was there, that everything I was believing and everything that I followed from my soul became my reality. And the connection with my twin flame became stronger than ever. I started aligning with my soul. So right now it's like if you visually I would say what is going on is like inside of you, the divine feminine and divine masculine are trying to adjust. They're trying to become into the harmony. But you need to allow this to become in a harmony. And I'm just going to explain you the things you should do and things I do not recommend you to do. I'm also going to say that twin flames are not an average relationship story. You cannot solve this with words, with ego, with doing back, not going to communicate. This is a divine connection. This is the energy connection. And whatever you're doing right now will come afterwards because you are manifesting it with your energy. I was just about to say that if you feel like crying, you feel that you need to cry, like everything makes you cry, please cry. It's a time for that. It's a time to let it out of you. If you feel like being called to do something, such as breath work, such as meditation, such as some kind of a ceremony or retreat or whatever, feel free to do so. I know many of you booked a session with me for Saturday and it's fully booked by now. So it's the most powerful time and we're going to rebalance the energies for there and manifest the things the way it's supposed to. So those who listen to their soul and booked for Saturday, you are definitely guided in a very right direction, but it's booked for now. And only thing is that came to my mind that how I could help you, how I could do this. I'm putting up on a Patreon a guided meditation for this day because 11/11 you need to meditate. You need to go with connecting with your soul. You need to take 1-2 hours on this day and really be with your soul. But today we have 2 days that are coming up and I'm just going to say what are the things you are feeling and might be the things that you need to do. So number one thing is if you're feeling crying, cry. If you have heard from your twin flame who says, I've moved on, I have somebody else, and it really hurted you, you felt like, oh my God, you have somebody else, but we had this connection. I just want to say that regardless what we do as a 3D free will, it doesn't mean that there isn't no connection. And you can test this during these days. I will tell you also how you can test it. If you feel called to do something, please do that. Breath work, Reiki, meditation. Meditation is mandatory. 11th of November. Do not skip the meditation. I will put up on a Patreon soul realignment meditation where I will guide you. But for that you can sign up on my Patreon, listen to it over there. It will be for the twin flames harmonizing the energies. As I cannot do the live call, I wish I could do the live call for you and feel the energies and be present with you. At this moment it's not possible, but hopefully for the next year, if we are still here, and if you're listening this podcast in 2024, then I'm hoping that I can make a live call where I'm going to invite you for that harmony. So here are a couple of things I really, really want you to focus on. Number one, if your twin flame has not got in touch with you, if your twin flame has not spoken nicely to you or like hasn't been in touch whatsoever, not communicating back at all, remember, it is their 3D ego. When you go into the meditation, I have this telepathic meditation or the communication on my podcast where I guide you how to do that. If you go in there and you connect with the soul, I'm not asking you to connect with the 3D. I'm just going to bring here an example. Another day I had a call with a woman who met her twin flame when they were 15, 16 years old. This journey has been going on for them 30 years. They both got married to another people. They both have children with another. They both are living, but they've been on and off all the time. I just want to say that your twin flame can choose. This is one of the things which we cannot stop. We can't stop their free will. Free will is always there, but it doesn't mean that they don't love you. It does not mean that, and do not get these two things mixed up. When our twin flame chooses somebody else, and I can bring myself over here, I am with my husband. I love my husband. My husband is my soulmate. I dearly love him. But I also love my twin flame. But it doesn't mean that in that terms that I'm cheating on one or another. These two loves are very separate. So I just wanted that these 2 days you will come to the point of realizing he or she loves me regardless of the life situation, regardless what it is there in between. Because this connection is energetic. And the moment you will allow this love to come to you. So why I'm talking about it? Because ego and soul are two different things. We make a lot of decisions based on our ego that we can regret afterwards. And even our twin flames can do that because this connection is very intense for them. So don't take it as, oh, my twin flame doesn't love me. My twin flame is a bad person. No, that's not true. Your twin flame is you. And it's one part of your soul. And now in this portal, you need to accept this energy. When, for example, your twin flame told you that he has chosen somebody else over you, or is in a relationship with somebody else, or doesn't want to hear from you, or is not communicating back, and it makes you cry, it's not because your twin flame doesn't love you. There is some process you need to purify before coming into the light. So here again, I'm about to say, cry when you need to cry. This is such an important part of it. Even myself, I've been crying this week just because I'm again balancing my energies for an upgrading of who I'm becoming. Spirituality is an ongoing learning, growing, and this is why we need to pay attention to the signs. And that leads me to the next thing. Whatever you're seeing now, write them down. Have them with you on a journal. You see number patterns, you see some songs you hear some songs that are coming through. You see some things that all of a sudden are speaking to you. Connect with them through meditation, because you will get now downloads. I'm telling you, this week is an extremely powerful for downloads. Everything that you get is going to create your reality. You're becoming the light. The darkness is like the light is taking over the darkness. So I just, in that terms, again, I'm addressing it a lot, but you cannot, you can. Who am I to say what you cannot or not? I'm here to guide you for the fact that it's a time where divine feminine, divine masculine, these energies are uniting. They're coming into harmony. They're coming into the balance. And when they are coming into the balance, this shows that we are ready. We are ready to change this world for love. Remember, again, twin flames are energy, soul energy. We're not physical. Energy is moving. Energy is in that terms, like if it gets stuck, it becomes painful. Energy needs to flow all the time, because what happens even if we see electricity, if electricity doesn't move, it doesn't power. If electricity gets stuck, let's say it's gonna blast, and so on. And this is the same with soul. You need to allow this process to happen. Kundalini activation, another very powerful thing. But I just, number one thing is this Saturday, you need to meditate. I'll put it up on Patreon. Those who wish to listen my version, you can of course listen to your own version, the way you prefer, everything that comes. I'm just putting it out there because I want you to become your higher self, that you connect with your soul, that you allow this love to come to you, because everything from the 11th is gonna change. You're gonna step into a new reality. Another thing to pay attention, and I really want you to do that if you can. Write down today or tomorrow, whenever you have a chance, what do you have at the moment? Such as everything positive or what you have in the life the work, the things you do, and so on and so on and so on. Do not focus on the things you don't have. And also here is another secret thing to tell to yourself. I have my twin flames love. So add this into that list. Because everything what you have at this moment, health, money, happiness, things that make you happy, things that you can do. Your two legs are moving, your hands are moving, you get to talk, you get to experience, you get to smell, you get to touch, you get to hug your children, you get to be around beautiful people, you get to breathe. Every single little thing that you have, let's say you have a beautiful colleague, you have one home that you love, everything that you have, write them down and really with a pure heart, and add also your twin flame, that you have the love from your twin flame, you have this connection with your twin flame, you can hear your twin flame, you can be connected with your twin flame, you can be with your twin flame. Just putting these things, because they will amplify once we get into the light. So many of us are thinking, when we are in this moment, that, oh, I don't have this, my twin flame doesn't tell me this, and so on and so on. I'm just about to say to you here that everything that is happening right now, appreciate that, because it can be gone at one point. So whatever you're going to manifest right now, based on the positive words, and I'm going to talk about the negative part right after this, but everything that you're going to manifest right now is going to double or triple. So everything you're thankful for, and especially in this connection, do it. It will change everything, I will tell you that. Your twin flame is here to change your life, and it's guiding you to become your higher self, to trust your wisdom, to trust your soul, and do what you're supposed to do. Now I'm going to talk about a little bit negative effects, such as feeling that, oh, my twin flame is acting like he's not caring about me. I'm tired of my twin flame. I'm tired the way it is. I'm tired of this life situation. This is not the way we're supposed to be. I want to be with my twin flame. Okay. I have here something to tell you, but pay attention to this, because that's going to be powerful. If you are tired the way your twin flame is acting on an ego-based, and you cannot see them from the soul-based, and you're tired of this connection in that terms that your twin flame is doing things that you do not like, such as having a relationship with somebody else, drugs, alcohol, not talking to you properly, and so on and so on, then write them a letter. But now I want you to pay attention to this. Write them a letter that you are so done with this. You do not no longer accept that. You're going to defeat this. You're not going to accept this no longer. And on Saturday, you're going to burn it. Now I'm just going to say that this gives the power for their ego, in that terms, to start breaking it down. But I'm just going to say, then you have to be ready that there's going to be someone else you do not know yet, and you need to accept this someone else the way it comes. So just I'm about to say, their ego can be something that you cannot handle, especially the fact that they don't tell you that they love you or they are with somebody else. Write it down, because this is something you're going to defeat. Right now, lightness and darkness are in a fight. When we're closing the portal on Saturday night, lightness is going to win. But remember that you're killing this darkness, and that ego will no longer be there. But there's going to be somebody else in that terms that you need to be ready to love unconditionally, because you are manifesting it. everything that you are feeling and thinking right now, watch it. When you are crying right now in that terms of feeling, my twin flame does not love me, then what's going to happen? You're going to create a reality where your twin flame is not loving you. It doesn't mean that they don't love you, but you're creating a reality, the belief system where they don't love you. If you feel like my twin flame will never reach out to me, my twin flame will never talk to me nicely, on 11/11, when we're closing the portal, that is going to happen. Because this is your energy reality. Shift your thoughts, shift the way it happens. And if you can, stop posting on social media for your twin flame to see, or so on and so on. Why? Because you need to go within and watch the energy. It's very, very important. So there are many things, like I think I've said millions of times by now, that how important everything is, but it is important just because we are entering into the light. So we need to just, how do I say? We need to really watch our thoughts, and when we watch our thoughts, we can create our reality. And that's why this week is very, very intense. I've made, like I said on my Patreon, you can listen to the soul realignment where divine feminine and divine masculine are uniting, like balancing. It's not uniting, I'm sorry. Balancing. It's the energy of balancing. And I want to say that why balance is so important, because the power relies in balance. When you push your twin flame away because they don't do the way you want, is that you're simply not accepting the energy that is coming to you. I know very well from the 1st of November till now, energy has been extremely intense. We see that what is happening in the world is absolutely crying. There's so much darkness. But I will tell you, the closing the time 11/11 portal with our love energy, things are about to shift. So you're not here only for your own collective energy. You're here like only for your energy and love. You're here for much bigger purpose. So don't take it as an ego. Don't take, I need this, I want this, this is the way it's supposed to be. I no longer let myself to be treated like that. Tell how you would like to be treated. Share how you would like to be. Dream how you would like this union to be. Be on this moment. Leave behind what you don't want. And really feel and have this moment that it's already here. You're already holding the hand of your twin flame. You're already feeling the kisses. You're already feeling this love, this electricity, that moment that you are together, that peace, the time where time runs differently. Feel it, and feel it. Stop thinking what you don't have and how you want. Allow yourself to feel it. And so I'll just now bring in, because this weekend is very important. If you are in your spiritual path and you're ready to take the step to the next level, like I said myself, I have been crying also, because I'm releasing certain things that my soul is like, you are a free butterfly now. Let go of that. Let go of this. I'm just gonna bring you in one thing. This is very personal, but I like, I like to be saying it, I'm very naked in that terms, that For me, it's always important to listen to people and connect with them. But I grew up in a household where I was not heard as well, or my feelings, my way of expressing. And I developed a habit that when I've been not heard the first time, I'm not going to repeat that. And so I was fine with that. And just this week, I realized that this habit or this energy started to come up. And then I had this weird, I had tears, I was crying, and then I felt like, wow, it's going out of me because of you, my beautiful people, who are listening to this podcast and who are connecting with me. I get to speak my truth. I get to be heard, and I don't need to repeat it. And then I was like, for those who want to hear what I have to say, for those who want to hear from my soul, they will always hear that. And for those who are not ready, it's okay. Maybe one day, or maybe not. And maybe I'm not their guide. And it really put me into the ease of feeling I have a lot to say, and I know I speak the truth from my soul. And it used to hurt me because I wanted the best for others. I wanted to help them. But then I developed the fact that when they didn't hear me the first time, I didn't repeat that. And now I have you. And I'm very, very thankful. So I just bring it in as an example. What is this portal about? There are many layers. And listen to your soul, connect with your soul, and dream about how you would be with your twin flame. Really feel, because that love has a power. And here is why I'm going to bring in the Diwali, which happens now on the 12th of November. So right after we're closing the portal. And another thing is on 13th we have a new moon in Scorpio. So there's a lot of deep emotions, really, really deep emotions. But I need you to connect with these deep emotions. I really do. And so coming to the Diwali, Diwali symbolizes victory of light over good and over darkness. So that means that, so they have their own gods over there. I'm not going to get into all the gods. Those who want to read, of course, can Google about it. So, and also it's the goddess of Lakshmi, that it's the wealth and prosperity. And Hindus believe that the goddess of Lakshmi visits homes during the Diwali light to bring, and that's why people light lamps and candles to welcome her, to bring you the light, to bring you the prosperity, to bring you everything. I'm here about to say another thing. As we know, twin flames are your spiritual awakening. It's you to become your higher self. It's you to follow your path, what you're supposed to do. And also often happens when we align with our soul, the wealth and the prosperity is coming. I know many of you are listening and having financial difficulties, or not having financial difficulties, but doing the work they feel they sell the soul for. And this is something, again, another thing to really feel and think about it, what you want. It's not what you don't have, it's about what you want. And so it's really, and so in that terms, we're going to celebrate on Sunday. So this was just a short episode where I tried to explain you 11/11 is here. It's your time now. If not this year, we'll have next portal next year. But right now, as it aligns with everything so well, I just wish you would take the most of it. So if you like this episode and you found it useful, thank you for listening. Every single like, comment means the world to me, and is an energy that will amplify. So you are absolutely amazing, and having you here today is just a true bliss. Thank you so much, and lots of love and light.